on our big winter storm that's headed our way for the weekend, with precipitation expected to move into our area later Saturday afternoon, continue Saturday night, and through the day on Sunday. It won't be until Sunday night that the precipitation moves out. The only problem, more Arctic air funnels in. Whatever type of precipitation we get, it's going to hang around for a while. Would you believe that we could have icy roads into Tuesday and even Wednesday in the work week? All right, let's jump in and talk about it. Let me press a few buttons here, and we'll get to rolling and get you updated on what's going on. First of all, not in effect now, but of course it will go into effect Saturday afternoon and be with us through Monday morning, and then we're going to bring it back on Tuesday morning because of the icy roads. And I'm talking about a weather impact alert. We're expecting snow at the onset, which would be during the afternoon into the evening on Saturday. And then the models indicate, and they started this yesterday and they continue it today, in changing any snow over to a mixture of sleet and freezing rain. The last changeover would be in our northwestern counties, and they have an opportunity to get more measurable snowfall. Now, we're thinking here in the immediate Triad before the changeover, we could get several inches of snow, and then on top of that, we get the sleet and freezing rain. So whatever snow we get, that ice is really going to pack it down. The roads are going to be a big problem. As a matter of fact, if you're planning on traveling this weekend or even early next week, I wouldn't even plan it. I'd go ahead and cancel it, because whether you go to Virginia, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, up into West Virginia, anywhere you go in the Mid-Atlantic region, they're going to have about the same conditions that we're expecting here in our part of the Piedmont with ice and snow. So it's one of those situations where you might want to get ready not only for power outages, which is a big thing, but be prepared to occupy yourself in your home, because with the roads in such poor conditions, not going to be able to go anywhere. So you may actually be stuck in your house for several days. And if we have widespread power outages, that's going to stretch the power crews in terms of going out and really, repairing any damage to the lines. So again, power outages could last several days. That could impact the heating of your home, keeping things cold in the refrigerator or the freezer, not being able to cook, not being able to watch us. Oh man, that's really a problem. So make sure you got plenty of batteries. Keep your cell phone charged up, just in case your power does happen to go out. Now let's talk briefly about what's going on right now, because it's a pretty nice day in the Piedmont. Out ahead of a cold front, we're on our way to the upper 50s to near 60. We're seeing a little extra cloud cover today. We'll call it variably cloudy, and some of you may even experience a few sprinkles, but we really don't anticipate any measurable rainfall today. Now, that cold front will move on through later today and tonight, and you can see up over the northwest, here comes our Arctic high pressure. Now, tomorrow there could be a pop-up shower. We'll see some moisture move just to our south and east on Friday. We have a 30% chance of an isolated shower, especially in some of our southern areas. But that cold air that's building over the region is going to hook up with a lot of moisture coming from the Gulf of Mexico. On the tail end of this front, we expect an area of low pressure to develop and track our way. And this is a scenario that we've been talking about since we've been tracking the possibility of a wintry weekend here in the Piedmont. The bitter cold air will be in place. That's the first ingredient you need to get winter weather here in the eastern part of the United States, and more specifically our part of the Piedmont and the Carolinas. There's going to be tons of moisture because the low develops near the Gulf of Mexico, so it's going to be able to pull in a lot of moisture. And then the track, and that's something we've been really trying to iron out over the past couple of days. Models are favoring the low moving a little bit closer to our area, and that could bring some warming in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. We're going to stay plenty cold on the surface, but you start warming things up in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, that's when you have more of a mixture of kind of a wintry mess. So that's the reason we feel that we'll start out with some snow, maybe several inches before it changes over to freezing rain and sleet. So that number 3 question there, we have been trying to figure out, would it be a big snow or a big ice? It is unfortunately looking more and more like it is going to be a big ice. Check this out. Winter weather alerts. In the blue, we have a winter storm watch. And in these areas, that's exactly what we're doing, including most of North Carolina, all of Virginia, and a good bit of South Carolina. That's exactly what we're doing right now. Every piece of data that comes in and updated forecast models, we check it out to see if there are any new trends or any changes on the track of the storm and the various types of wintry precipitation. Now, as the low pressure comes out of the Gulf and it gets a little closer, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the watch is upgraded to a winter storm warning. So a watch means you're watching. Just go with your plans. But if we're upgraded to a warning, that means take action. As a matter of fact, go ahead and take action, and hopefully you've been doing that because we've been telling you to get prepared, keeping your phone charged and getting the batteries and so on and so forth, and thinking about alternative heat in your home. So we'll be watching the alerts, but at the moment, a winter storm watch for our part of the Piedmont. But check this out. Our entire area is under the winter storm watch, and it goes until 1 p.m. on Monday. That's one of the longer watches that I have seen for our area. And of course, the event's going to unfold later Saturday and be with us all the way through Sunday and likely into Sunday evening before we start to see the precipitation taper off a little bit. And our models begin this yesterday. They're trending more of an ice scenario as opposed to snow, unfortunately. So again, be prepared to be stuck in your house potentially without power. And again, if it gets bad enough, some of that those power outages could certainly be widespread. So kind of a recap here, kind of a timeline of what we're looking at. Starting later on Saturday and into the evening, starting briefly as snow and then a change over to sleet and freezing rain. Late Saturday, definitely overnight, and during the day on Sunday. It will change over from south to north. So our friends in Montgomery, Moore, Lee counties, you guys will get a longer period of icing. If you live up in Wilkesboro, Mount Airy, up in the far northwestern part of our viewing area, you will have snow a little bit longer, but even you are likely going to change over to a wintry mix. Hence, you may get a little bit more in the way of measurable snow before the changeover. Again, we're going to be looking for widespread, at least the potential of widespread power outages across the area that will just bring headaches for us. We're calling this a winter storm, not a snowstorm, because quite frankly, it's not a snowstorm. It is a winter storm because it's going to contain more ice and sleet, freezing rain. And again, once again, starting late Saturday and going all the way through Sunday. And certainly we expect that changeover to more of an icing situation pretty quickly as those mid-levels of the atmosphere continue to warm. This is an interesting graphic here. This is weather impacts. And it's interesting that the snow impact is the lowest. It's in the low range of the moderate category because, again, few inches of snow and that's about it. But look at the ice situation and also really bad travel conditions and also the high potential for power outages. The impacts from those are in the high category. So that's what we're going to be watching very closely. As I lose my voice, I've been talking on TV since about 4:30 this morning. But for the Triad, we're looking at lots of sleet and ice, but there will be some snow mixed in. Then you go towards Asheboro and over to Montgomery County, Moore County, Lee County, Chatham County, in the pink area here. We're expecting that to favor more of a prolonged period of ice. And then, of course, along the immediate coast, they could see a little wintry precipitation at the onset very quickly. It's going to change over to a cold rain there. But this is a real important graphic here. This kind of summarizes what we think we're going to see in terms of freezing rain and the accumulation of freezing rain. Again, the most nasty winter weather that you can have. And in the immediate Triad, we're looking at anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch of ice. But look, once again, our southern areas where we're going to change over to freezing rain and sleet a lot quicker after a little snow. Look at this. Some of these areas could see over 1/2 of an inch of ice accumulation on tree branches and also power lines as well. So the greater accumulation of ice will be to the south and then to our northwest towards Mount Airy and Wilkesboro. Again, although you'll get some ice, you'll get more in the way of snow. All right, we have moved the needle down once again. We're in the 1 to 3 day category now. So you've probably noticed over the past 24 to 36 hours, we have been giving you more in the way of details about various aspects of this storm as our confidence continues to build. So we're talking now about amounts of snow and ice, who's going to get snow, who's going to get ice, and the timing. Timing again later Saturday and Saturday night and into Sunday. So we're beginning to kind of home in and tune in on exactly how things are going to unfold, and why not? I mean, here the thing is just around the corner, so it's time to really start telling you exactly what we feel is going to happen. And now we continue with the model trends, and of course the models, quite frankly, have been in fairly good agreement about the track and also the precipitation type associated with this storm through the duration of the storm through Sunday. This is very important. Whatever we get, whether you get more snow or more ice, it's going to be a mess. Not only later Saturday night into Sunday, but the remnants of this, even after the sun comes out, probably on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to have really, really cold Arctic air. These are, I think, Monday morning we're going to go down into the teens. Tuesday morning will be our coldest morning. We'll have a clear sky. We'll have ice and snowpack on the ground, and we really get radiational cooling. So I think many areas on Tuesday morning will see temperatures in the single digits. Now, if we got a wind, we could actually have wind chills at or a few degrees below zero. We'll have to see how the winds play out. But the bottom line, whatever wintry precipitation that we get, it is going to hang around for a while. And we anticipate icy roads, obviously, Monday morning, but not only Monday, but into Tuesday and Wednesday with the Arctic cold air hanging over the region. But today, you know, we're getting ready, we're getting prepared for the weekend and what's coming our way, but carve out a little time and enjoy today because it's going to be pretty nice. I think overall a partly cloudy to variably cloudy afternoon. Temperatures into the upper 50s to near 60. And then tonight clouds will thicken mid-30s for the overnight low. And then tomorrow mostly cloudy and isolated shower, especially south and east. Weather impact alert for later Saturday, all day Sunday. We'll keep it into Monday morning, bring it back on Tuesday morning, because we anticipate the ice to hang around for a while. That's the way it looks right now. Stay with us. We're going to be doing hourly cut-ins now that we're getting closer to the event. So you tune back in and we'll keep you updated. We got WFMY News 2 at noon coming up. We'll have the latest there, and also our next cut-in here will be coming up at 1 a.m., and I think that is meteorologist Claire Fry that will join you then. Have a great day and stay safe.